Hello Reformers and welcome back to a world of ice and fire. Now, as you can see, we are doing a siege against one of the last remaining Mirish castles, and we've already drained 4 days worth of food, which is pretty good. And well, let's have a look here. I decided actually to not build any checkpoints because basically the one thing that I'm doing right now is I'm just attempting to, well, build my ladders, go in there, do a little bit of damage here and there, try to not take too many casualties in the process, and then, well, get out of there and attempt to get a surrender of some kind. So what we're actually going to do is, yeah, we can actually order the Vanguard right now to do that if we want to. Personally, I'm going to call for a meeting with the castle commander right now, and we're going to... What? Okay, already? I am extremely surprised. Okay, so actually someone did say in the comments that surrender is a percentage chance. It's actually not, you know, set. The value, you know, where it will 100% work is not set. So that's actually pretty amazing. Anyway, you have my word, you will not come under attack if you leave the fort. Okay. I was not expecting that by any means. Right. Well, this is kind of awkward, because I was actually thinking that I would not be able to take that so easily, and I thought that maybe, you know, Sir Shadrick would come back and, you know, he could take ownership of these things. But, well, whatever the case, we have been able to take this with no problems whatsoever. There you go, we just took it. Now, let me tell you, they had 180 units in there, and I was not looking forward to going in because I can assume it's probably the same layout that we have been accustomed to for most of our time in Essos, you know, that one where you run all the way up to the front door, and all that time you're getting absolutely murdered by all kinds of fire arrows and everything. And yeah, the previous episode we had a whole bunch of crashes and lag and terrible things going on, and well, I basically haven't done anything to change that, but I don't seem to be having any instability whatsoever with this particular recording. So I don't know what was going on there. Maybe just some weird stuff. But anyway, we are actually, amusingly enough, going by these fellows right here. We are very close to getting 500 army capacity, and I do have easily enough money in the treasury at the very least to hire those veteran free riders, and I would very much like to try that out because, well, I think we've had a couple of veteran free riders in the past, and I don't exactly know how extremely good they are. I don't know what their stats are like or anything like that, but yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Anyway, I did send a spy into this castle beforehand, and you saw there that it actually got discovered, but I think it was actually doing pretty well, and I think it probably would have been able to sabotage the actual fief, but I was just not there, and I could not give the order. So we're going to just speed up time just a little bit here. I'm actually unsure how long it takes to infiltrate successfully, because I've seen a number of people comment that it takes 3 days, but I've had it work after about a day, so I don't know, maybe it's just, you know, variable of some kind. Or it might just be 3 days, and maybe the time just goes very quickly. Ah, there he is. Ah, fantastic. And this actually gives me an opportunity to mention that I've changed our name once again. We are now the Myrmidon of Myr, and yes, that is very topical in my opinion, considering we have taken so many of them prisoner, and you may be aware of, well, where the name comes from. But anyway, here is Sir Shadrick, and we are going to be speaking to him. He has no leadership whatsoever, but does it matter? Probably doesn't even matter, to be honest. I'm basically just going to make him a vassal straight away. So, would you be interested in holding a fief? Okay, so we're going to give him Myr itself. And there you go. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure if... it seems like Lord Krastos is, well, not really minding it that much, and Lady Val is actually a very nice person from what I can tell so far, because she's not annoyed at all whenever we give someone a fief. Lord Krastos is a little bit annoyed by that, but yeah, she is very agreeable, and yeah, she seems very, very Well, not good. She seems like a good vassal to me. But anyway, let's have a look and see what we can do here. Now, bear in mind, I am going to go back to my court and give him the various other places in this area here so that he can just basically preside over this entire territory. And if we can take this, which I very much hope we will be able to... Yes, order sabotage. Poison the castle well. Let's do it. All right, so he's the spy so far has been pretty good, and he did it. He actually did it. Now, here's the main problem: the garrison itself, that is now ripe for the taking. However, the Magister is making things kind of annoying. Oh well, never mind. Let's poison the food stores as well, and see whether that works. I'm a bit worried about this, to be honest. I think he can probably do it. Oh, so close. He was really, really close there. Okay, well, we are going to... actually, you know what? I don't even see the point in basically doing anything else here. I'm basically just going to go straight up and try and eliminate as many people as possible. But bear in mind, it's going to take 20 hours, which is a big problem. But maybe what I can do is I can go here... and I can actually send a spy like that. And, oh, there's 28? There's actually 28. Oh, okay. Interesting. I'm actually kind of surprised, because they had 56, but now they have 28 only in the garrison there that are still, you know, up on their feet, so to speak. Anyway, I can order my vanguard to prepare the assault. I think we're probably going to do that just to prepare it, and then we are going to... We're going to go back, and we are going to... well, we could call for a meeting. Should we call for a meeting? Nope, they're not going to do that. Okay, well, let's wait until some time, because you never know. Oh. Well, my spy was discovered somewhere completely different. That's absolutely fine. I don't mind him being discovered there, that's for sure. Anyway, let's go to the siege camp once again, see if my spy is now in. Yeah, my spy is now in, so technically I can... Yes. I selected the wrong thing. Oh well, never mind. Let us just go straight on in here, lead our soldiers in an assault. It's not even going to be that bad, because we were able to get the well poisoned. So that means we only have to... Oh wow, there's actually a... This is actually a unique layout, and definitely something that we haven't seen before, so I'm very, very interested and a bit excited to see what's actually going on here, because I don't think we've ever done something like this. Maybe we have... no, it's kind of similar. It's kind of similar to one of the Valentine towns or castles where we had to go across that massive bridge and, you know, go on from there. I think that, I think we could actually do a pretty decent job here, as we are already upon the enemy. And I'm very surprised by that too, because I thought, well, it's going to take us a long time, you know? I mean, if they had had the same layout as the castle, you know, that one where you have to run from basically a whole, I don't even know, a whole mile away. That's an exaggeration. Or maybe it's actually not even an exaggeration, but anyway, point is that you have to run a very, very far distance and just to get anywhere close to the walls. And yeah, it seems like this is a little bit easier on us, which is quite nice. Okay, I've got to be careful here. I am basically just trying to survive as much as possible. I'm really, really thankful that it appears as though the mod is reacting quite a bit better this time around, and I've not changed anything. I do appreciate all of the tips that you gave in the comments about you know, attempting to fix the problem. And if it does happen again, I may very well switch to DirectX 7 or something like that. Maybe turning off the ragdolls as well, someone mentioned, and turning off the bodies and everything. Stuff like that might actually make sense. But as it stands right now, it seems like we're absolutely fine. It seems like we don't have any problems with the freezing or anything. So yes, let me just stop talking about it, because otherwise I'm going to jinx myself. And the freezing is going to be back with a vengeance, no doubt. No doubt. Anyway, we do have a number of people coming in from over the left side there, but I would like to eliminate these archers if at all possible. Bear in mind, of course, that Mirish units are mainly mercenaries. They seem to only have mercenaries for the most part, so they are going to be pretty simple for us to deal with. But of course, we do have to be still a bit wary, because they do have good gear, you know, they have decent gear. Maybe they just are not the greatest when it comes to their stats and things like that, but, well, I do know that someone actually did mention that gear is the main thing that people really have to be looking out for in a World of Ice and Fire, because that seems to make the most difference. Because in the case of the wildlings, for example, they generally do not level up, quote-unquote, in the same way that you would expect a normal unit to advance. And by that I mean they don't really increase their stats that much, and they don't really change their gear that much either. So generally it's a much better tactic to keep the wildlings at a reasonably low level, so you don't have to spend as much money upgrading them and everything, because obviously the upgrading takes a huge amount of money, you know, in a World of Ice and Fire. So, you know, wildling units can vary from, what, 170 to 200 or something like that in terms of their upgrade cost. And for the most part, that's not really worth it. So, yeah, I found that kind of interesting, because you would think that a wildling champion or something along those lines would be so much more effective than a wildling warrior, but that's actually not the case, because they seem to only use a very slight minor upgraded weapon and armor as well. So, pretty happy with finding that out, to be honest. But, well, wow, are these arrows just massive, or is it just me? These arrows are insanely large. Who is firing these? Are these giant arrows? Are you serious? Woon, what are you doing? Are you... Is he the one? Is he the one that has shot these massive arrows? Where are... Look at this. Oh, okay, I understand. Alright, so the arrows are normal size, but they scale to their target. And because obviously the giants are like 300% scale of a normal soldier, the arrows are also scaling in that same way. So that's kind of interesting and a bit amusing too. Anyway, there we go. I think that is indeed a victory for us. We lost 24 units, which is actually not even that bad. I think that's okay. And well, there's only 4 enemies remaining. Hopefully we will be able to murder them as gently as possible. And there we go. Yes, that is the last opponent. Oh, he's putting up a well, I was going to say he's putting up a big fight, and he probably would have proved me right if he had survived that first initial attack, but he did not. So there you go. 20 renown for us. That is going to obviously continue to help us to get to that golden 500 army capacity, you know, space that we really want. And there we go, 265 units, well, not remaining, eliminated. And we did kill quite a few. Woon, Dongo, Sirio, all did decently. And we do get to take him prisoner, which I will be doing. There we go. Alright, so let's have a look here. We actually have a lot of space, so we probably will be able to take most, if not all of these. I think we probably will be able to take all of these. So let's see how many I am able to get. Alright, so it turns out we were able to get the whole shebang right there, 299 of our units now, and I don't really like to say it, but I don't have a lot of confidence in these guys at all, so I'm actually kind of happy that we were able to get to where we have in our conquering of Mia. So there we go. Alright, so I'm actually just going to take that. And we will be giving this to Sir Shadrick. There we go. He's going to be very happy with that 54 relation. Now, do bear in mind that obviously the more fiefs that we give him, the greater his army size is going to be. So eventually, once he has all of the villages and the other castles and all that stuff, he's going to be able to very easily get a very large army, and he will be in a great position to, you know, start helping us out, or at least I hope he will start helping us out. Anyway, that is it. Do you see? Yes, Mia has been eliminated. I was not anticipating this being such an easy conquer, but it was, and we did it. So, Nysar is still ours, by the way. I thought that would have been lost by now, because, well, Mia has been threatening to take that over quite some time, but apparently not. Apparently they just gave up on it or something, but anyway. I might want to go to Qohor, actually, because I would like to get some more Unsullied if at all possible. That's exactly the reason why I have about 85,000. I have, well, I mean, I obviously need 75,000 to be able to get those guys. Oh, and the Iron Islands is no more. Alright. Oh, and Mir is no more. Okay, well, that's kind of, yeah, it's to be expected. Anyway, let's take a look around and see what's actually going on here. Oh, it seems like the North has completely murdered every single one. I don't have any surprise about this, because from what I know about the mod, the North has some of the best infantry available. And, well, that's exactly why the Iron Islands, I suppose, got steamrolled so heavily. Anyway, what we are also going to be doing is, now that Mir has been eliminated, I no longer have to worry about expansion as much, because we are a pretty sizable faction now. I mean, we don't have that much territory. We've basically just got this little bit on Essos, which is not even that much, but in comparison to many of the other Essos factions, it's really quite a bit. But anyway, point is, now that we have that, it might be an idea for us to go to King's Landing and attempt a couple of quests from, who is it now? I think someone mentioned it. Lord Varys? Is it Lord Varys? It might be him. It might be him, or it might be someone else. But anyway, let's go to Qohor here, because I think it would be really cool if we could get Daenerys in here and doing some invading. I think that would be kind of fun. And bear in mind that when do the White Walkers invade again? I think they invade about day 700 or day 800 or something like that. And I think my current days are quite a bit off that. I think a couple of hundred. So we don't really have to worry about the White Walkers invading just yet. So if Daenerys decides to declare war against us, then obviously we can, retaliate if we need to. I don't really want to be honest. I think it would be really cool to work with her in some way, but well, who knows? Maybe it just won't work out. But yeah, you know what I really wish? I really wish these small rivers had little bridges over them, because I've had to go all the way around here to get to Qohor, and it is kind of difficult to actually get to most of these towns in Essos as well as it is. So I'm actually going to go into the inn here, because I'd like to, there's the fellow for the Unsullied, I'd like to try and find, no, it's not this guy. Okay, I'm looking for a man who buys slaves. Let's have a look. Okay, so basically every single Volantis town, and unfortunately I'm not there at the moment, so that's really good, isn't it? Thanks so much, traveler person. And we have Barristan here. I might actually be able to... Oh, I've heard rumors of a Targaryen girl across the Narrow Sea gathering an army. Maybe that's where we should be headed. Okay, so he wants... Yes, he wants 32,000. You know, maybe I should just get him, because he seems like someone that we might want to get, but 32,000 for one companion? You know what? I'm not going to do that. I almost punched him. Let's see if I actually am eligible to even get these guys first. So I think I might be. I would like to hire some. Yes, there we go. Okay, sure, take the money. There we go. Okay, so that's 75k. I know that's a lot of money, but in general, I'm making quite a bit every single week as it is, so it's not really a problem, or at least I hope, really, it's not a problem. Anyway, there you go. Alright, so maybe we'll return and get that guy at a later date. Anyway, we're going to go all the way down, or I am going to go all the way down to Carthagar here. Luckily, I can basically just run down the side, and we are going to pay compensation right there. Anyway, run all the way down the side, get to Carthagar, and start doing a little bit of fief management, and hopefully get Sir Shadrick up to speed, and then maybe, just maybe, I'll call for a campaign, and we might just run against Tyrosh almost immediately and try and force them to surrender or something like that, because they only have one fief. We could just take that like no one's business. I think we could be pretty quick there. Alright, so we've returned to Carthagar here, and Nysar apparently does not have a lord, so we probably want to assign that to someone. We're probably going to give that to Lord Krastos, actually, because it's a bit far away for Shadrick to actually get to, so we're going to do that, and that's going to get him to 100 relations, so I suppose that's pretty decent, and otherwise we are going to basically give every single other thing to Shadrach, and hopefully he's going to be okay with that. I don't know whether he's going to really be able to handle it, so to speak. I hope he will, but I'm a bit worried about him, to be honest, because he is kind of a bit shady, and most of our companions do not like him. So, in general, that kind of makes me think, oh, he might be a bit of an unsavory character. Anyway, what you to do? Grant this. Okay, yeah, let's do that. And we'll do another, I think, 3. And I think that should be good enough for him, to be honest. So, there we go. And there's that. Alright, so that is pretty good in my opinion. And do I want to do anything else here? I don't think so. There we are. Okay, so I could hire some more spies. I don't really see the point in that. I did get a little bit of money out of the treasury and leveled up some of my people because they needed to, and that is primarily Unsullied, of course. And we do have maybe some patrols, but I don't really want to get a patrol right here, so I technically could get one at Volantis or something like that, but we don't have any enemies right now anyway, so not really necessary. Alright, so I had a little bit of a problem. Basically, I had a runtime error, and it crashed once again. Lost a whole bunch of progress, because obviously I hadn't saved for quite some time. And so now we're here. I'm actually attempting to poison Tyrosh's food stashes with my spy that is currently being very successful at it, actually. And I would like to be able to utilize every single thing that I can here. Luckily, the ferry is super easy to use, so I actually didn't even need to bring my ship over here, so that's pretty awesome. Otherwise, there we go. Yes, rats have infested the food stocks. Very, very good. Okay, so now here's the problem. I need a villager to appear out of nowhere to try and help me out here, because otherwise, well, let's see. Oh, there we go. Apparently, oh, we can cause some dissent. Apparently they can all fight each other. Yes, let's have this be a thing. That would be pretty cool. I have never seen this before because I've never selected this option, so it should be pretty cool and maybe a little bit fun. And civil unrest in Tyrosh is having an adverse effect on the town economy. Alright, so it seems like the only thing that I could do to try and get Tyrosh to be at war against us was to steal some cattle, and this is actually not something I would recommend in any way. Basically, the best thing to do is try and find some villagers, but I could never find some. And I have done a very, very good job, or at least I hope I've done a good job in taking out as many. Well, look at that. They only have literal 2 days remaining of food. So let's call for a meeting and we'll see. They're not? Okay. That is kind of impressive. They're very foolish or very brave, either one. Anyway, let's see if waiting until tomorrow makes any difference with their resolve. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, so the Dothraki are still wanting to give me 500 stags for that guy. Not going to be doing that, thank you very much. And let's call for another meeting. Let's see. No, he's still not. Wow, I'm shocked. I am absolutely shocked. I suppose it is because this is their final fief, and I guess that might be the reason why they're being so stubborn. But they only have 1 day remaining. Literal 1 day remaining, so I guess I will actually start building some things. Let's find a traitor. Let's do that as well. And we could order the vanguard, but I guess we could do that. That's not. Oh, wow. That's a lot of damage. I guess it is because they do have they do have the Archon. The Archon is actually in here. The enemy is trying to burn us and our assault equipment. Send all the men to protect it, I guess. Wow, that's a lot of damage as well. All right, so yeah, the Archon is actually in the garrison here, so that could be the reason why we are suffering so much. But let's call for another meeting here. No, still not. Okay, wow. That is very impressive, I gotta say. Their resolve is unmatched by basically anything so far. And yeah, yes, part of your food was destroyed. The raiders take the money, kill the messengers, and continue to damage your supply routes. Isn't that fun? Okay, well, that is not good. I guess I don't really want to... I don't really want to do this, as this is going to happen. Oh dear. Okay, well, let's see how it goes. Maybe we'll be okay. And we are starting in the water. Well, I'm just thankful that Tyrosh is also a faction that uses mercenary units, because these guys are not going to be that difficult for us to eliminate, even though I'm actually taking a lot of damage from this guy right now. Whoa, I just took a lot of damage from one of their crossbowmen, or just a regular mercenary archer. I have no idea what, but yeah, we took a lot of damage from that. That is not very good. Alright, so I guess the best thing that I can do right now is just continue to do damage at the front line, try and get these units out of the way, and clear the way for our giants to get in there, because our giants are going to be the ones that will most likely win the day, for the most part. So I'm actually going to get my archers, the very few that I have, and just tell them to hold position a little bit further back here. And I need to do a little bit of harassment against the archers, I guess, because, well, oh wow, that's really bad. That is really bad. Okay, well, I guess the best thing I can do is try and distract them a little bit more, and, wow, I could have died there, could have died here, yes. Oh no, my shield is about to go down. Okay, there it is. Oh, I am so thankful that I did not die there. Really, very, very lucky as well. Okay, let's try and... I tried to dodge them. I tried. That was not enough. Not enough. Okay, so let's have a look and see how my Unsullied are actually doing. Very, very surprised that we are having such a difficult time here, but I suppose it is literally because of the Archon himself. The Archon has proven to be a... wily strategist. Very, very wily indeed. They only have 1 day remaining, but it's never going to happen. We are not going to be able to do this. Look at that. See, they've basically got all of their units back on their feet. The Archon is in there reassuring his garrison, making sure that they are all high in spirits, high in morale, and any kind of surrender is just not going to work. But they only have 1 day remaining. I guess this caravan is probably going to deliver a little bit of food, but as you can see, I am very low in terms of, well, everything, so I'm going to need to retreat, and I guess in the next episode we'll try and figure out how to eliminate Tyrosh once and for all. I actually wanted to attack the Archon, but he ran into the garrison, and yeah, so that's why I decided to steal the cattle instead. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.